so much.
So, President Zelensky, dear Volodymyr, it's a great honor and privilege to welcome you back here to the NATO headquarters and to return the warm welcome you gave me when I visited Kiev just a couple of weeks ago. Your leadership, the bravery of the Ukrainian armed forces, the resolve of the Ukrainian people continues to impress and inspire all of us. And as you know, we will stand by you, provide support to Ukraine, because this is really important for the whole of NATO. NATO defense ministers will meet today and tomorrow. We will, of course, address Ukraine. We'll meet in the US-led Ukraine contact group, where we will mobilize more support, coordinate our military support to Ukraine. We'll meet in the NATO-Ukraine Council that we established at the Vilnius summit that will further strengthen our relationship and help Ukraine move towards a NATO membership. We will also tomorrow meet and address deterrence and defense. We agreed the new defense plans at the Vilnius summit, and now everything is about implementing those defense plans with 300,000 troops on high readiness. We will also address NATO's missions and operations, including our presence in Iraq, helping to prevent ISIS from returning, and also our presence in Kosovo. We have seen increased tensions there, so it's important that NATO has increased its presence in Kosovo. Then we will also address the incident in the Baltic Sea with the damage caused to critical undersea infrastructure. I spoke with President Sauli Niinisto and Prime Minister Kaja Kallas yesterday, and we are in close contact. The important thing now is to establish what happened and how this could happen. If it is proven to be a deliberate attack on NATO critical infrastructure, then this will be, of course, serious, but it will also be met by a united and determined response from NATO. And tomorrow we will also be briefed by the Israeli Defense Minister Gallant on the situation in Israel. Allies condemn the horrific terrorist attacks on innocent civilians in Israel over the weekend, and we are looking forward to the briefing from the Defense Minister. So once again, dear President Zelensky, dear Volodymyr, welcome to NATO. Your fight is our fight. Your security is our security, and your values are our values, so we will stand by Ukraine for as long as it takes. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Secretary General. First of all, thank you so much that 2 weeks ago, I think you've been to Kyiv, and it was a very important meeting. We spoke about priorities for Ukraine, for defending, how to go, how to survive during this next winter. For us, it's big, one of the biggest challenge, what will be. But anyway, we are preparing, we are ready. Now we need some support from the leaders. That's why I'm here today. Thanks for the invitation. Of course, I'll have possibility to speak and address to all the ministers of defense on the platform. Ramstein is so important, about 50 representatives of Minister of Defense and their teams and ministers. It's so important. We will speak about the priorities, how to push Russia out. It means out of our native land, and it means we will stop the war. Yes, and we'll speak about it. And you mentioned, Secretary, that tomorrow you'll speak about the situation in Israel. So also there will be some signals from us, from Ukraine. Of course, we are in the war, so we understand what does it mean, terroristic attacks, such victims, tragedy. My recommendation, if I can use this word, my recommendation for the leaders of the world. I remember the first days of our full-scale war. It began from terroristic attacks from Belarus by missiles, then Russian army, and you know that was the biggest tragedy what we had, and so many dying people and so many deaths, and it was very important not to be alone. very important. And it can help to save your nation, people, save their lives. So my recommendation to the leaders to go to Israel, and I think to support people, just people. I'm not speaking about any institutions, just to support people who've been under terroristic attacks, people who are dying now. It's very important. Unity is more important than to be alone. It's more strong. It's very important. That's what can I say about it. Sometimes we are thinking how to prevail or how to stop the war, how to manage something, dialogue with Iran or Russia and etc. Sometimes we are thinking. I think we have to think oppositely. We have not to give possibility for aggressors even to think about the third world war, the new wave of aggression, the new big tragedy. That means if there is a big political support of the people, this means unity. That's why I recommend to go there. Of course, if Israeli side will be ready.